You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rodrance for Black and White Sports. Well, we're going to talk about Leah Thomas because one of her teammates has come out to Matt Walsh in an interview. Very interesting, very telling. Of course, Leah Thomas is the transgender that competed with UPenn, University of Pennsylvania, won women's national swimming championships in the NCAA, and has eyes, of course, on Olympic gold next. Good God. Well, this teammate is coming out and is blasting Leah Thomas, a.k.a. Will. I had not heard Leah Thomas speak until yesterday. Okay, did that high-profile interview with ABC News where he came out and said he's got no advantage over women, he doesn't think, in swimming, and he doesn't believe transgender, is it men or women? I don't know. I don't care, really. Do not have a physical advantage. Two doctors came out and said, no, that's BS. You most certainly do. And then Caitlyn Jenner this morning came out and talked about the unfair advantages. Of course, the actor formerly known as Bruce Jenner. Okay, and that was on Fox News. But you know, hey, Caitlyn was talking about things like arm length, hand size, things that give a competitive advantage in sports. Okay, these two doctors came out yesterday and they said, look, years of testosterone suppression may not be able to even the field back against females. It's just probably not going to be possible. Well, this teammate is blasting Leah Thomas, and let's get to it. This is Outkick. Dan Dockage is doing his best Ray Charles, it seems. Okay, Dan. A teammate of transgender swimmer Leah Thomas is speaking out against University of Pennsylvania, claiming the school was more concerned with swim meet wins and attention than the feelings of those women swimming with and against Thomas. I'll play a little clip in a moment. Well, in fact, let's just play that little clip now.
Leah obviously helps us do better, right? Leah's swimming really fast. Leah's performance helps the University of Pennsylvania swim team. The feeling of winning doesn't feel as good anymore because it feels tainted. There was a lot of things you couldn't talk about that were very concerning, like a locker room situation. If you even brought up concerns about it, you were transphobic. If you even bring up the fact that Leah swimming might not be fair, you were immediately shut down as being called a hateful person or transphobic.
But there's never any conversation. The coaches don't sit everyone down and acknowledge what everyone's really upset about.
So Penn actually brought in people high up in the athletic department to talk to us. They brought in someone from like the LGBTQ center. They brought in someone from the psychological services.
So you're upset about what's happening, and so
Yeah.
you need psychological help.
Yeah. And they told us in this meeting, they said, look, we understand there's an array of emotions, but Leah's swimming is a non-negotiable. However, we can help you make that okay. That's what we're here for.
Wow. I mean, that's unbelievable. This is comments, and let me just read this in case you didn't quite get it. If you even bring up the fact that Leah's swimming might not be fair, you were immediately shut down as being called a hateful person or transphobic. Thomas's teammate, who wished to remain anonymous, told author Matt Walsh. The comments from Thomas's teammate aired in a trailer for Walsh's new film, What is a Woman?, premiering Wednesday evening. I can't wait to see that. Walsh's portion of the film was released just hours after Thomas appeared on Good Morning America. It should be noted that I had not seen this interview. Matrix watched it first. He sends me a message and he says, Leah Thomas's voice is deeper than mine. And I was like, well, he's a dude. So I went and listened. I was just like, wow. I mean, I cannot believe that anybody can fathom that this is physically fair to any female, not to mention the mental anguish of all your years of hard work being pissed down the drain because this clown shows up and wants to go out and win medals. Thomas insisted he did not transition to win medals and stated, we transition to be happy, authentic, and our true selves. Transitioning to get an advantage is not something that should ever factor in our decisions. At what point do we start wondering if this is some kind of an elaborate grift? I'm just wondering. Teammates of Thomas don't necessarily agree. They've noticed obvious advantages. Leah obviously helps us do better. Leah's swimming really fast, said her anonymous teammate. Leah's performance helps the University of Pennsylvania swim team. The feeling of winning doesn't feel as good anymore because it feels tainted. Despite having thoughts and questions surrounding the team, rostering a swimmer who was born a male and gives the squad a clear advantage, the remaining Penn swimmers have been silenced. There's a lot of things you couldn't talk about that were very concerning, like a locker room situation. And of course, we've done a couple of videos about that. And I mean, some of the things we have heard is pretty awful, actually. Pretty awful. When Walsh asked if the University of Pennsylvania ever set the swimmers down to acknowledge their emotions, the interviewee said an LGBTQ representative spoke to the team along with someone from the school's psychological services department. Those meetings, however, appeared to be one-sided. They said, look, we understand there's an array of emotions, but Leah's swimming is non-negotiable. Okay, so is this any surprising that an extremely liberal university, and let's be honest, almost all of them are extremely liberal these days, the university is more worried about their publicity and winning tournaments than they are about the genuine concern of female athletes. Does anybody remember Title IX? NCAA looking at you. This is not fair. All these women's hard work is being pissed all over. I'm happy that somebody is speaking out. And look, I understand this person is anonymous because they know woke mob will activate like the damn Skynet Terminator just went online. We know how that is. They will come after these swimmers. They will dox them out. They'll cancel them. I mean, these people, these swimmers, when they go to get jobs, will have trouble getting jobs because the one community, look at Dave Chappelle, and look, these swimmers don't have his popularity. They don't have Dave Chappelle's FU money. They're having to speak out anonymously to let their feelings be known for fear of retaliation. That's what happens here. And yeah, some of this stuff that's come out about the locker room situation is just nasty. It's just nasty. If I was a parent knowing my daughter was being subjected to this bullshit, I would be outraged. I mean, I would be outraged. Not only that, include in the cost of school. I mean, these parents spent money on swim coaches, swim lessons, all of this stuff to get their daughters into elite Division I statuses to be able to compete for national championships and possibly go to the Olympics. And Leah Thomas has destroyed, taken a flamethrower to all of that. It's total BS. And again, I'll keep bringing this up. We brought it up before. As these transgender folks start getting in the boxing rings, MMA rings against females, somebody's going to get hurt badly. It's going to become a tragedy. We keep talking about that. The physicality difference is too big to overcome. Jake Shields of the UFC has spoken out about this. This is a thing. It shouldn't happen. Somebody is going to get hurt. Does anybody remember Von Drago and Apollo Creed? I'm just saying. That's what I'm talking about. Tell me what you think, black and white sports fans. This is unbelievable that this is where we have gotten in this country. That this is just, people want us to put blinders on and just think this is just okay. It's good. And then want to cancel you because you're using common sense. Whatever. Peace. I'm out. Till next time. Black and White Network supporters, make sure you check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. Link in the description. Use promo code USA First, all one word. USA First, all one word. 25% off now.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.